What's good, everyone? I'm here to tell you why you should risk while young. And it's so important, I think, in a lot of time in our life. We aren't taking the risk because of a lot of disadvantage we have. For example, time, age, environment, surrounding. All that come down to the end where you should have risked it while young. And first, I want to go over a couple of things. If you think about you in life, a lot of time you want to do this, you want to do that, but at the end of the day, you always fight against yourself right here, in here. You always think, I might not make that in time. What if I fail? What if I don't make that, right? Like, it's okay to take the risk sometime. Like, why you care about so much what other think if you fail? But I might just be honest too. Like even when I was during my young age, I was taking the risk. When I was just turned barely 16, I out there already looking for a job, trying to work so hard to the point where I think I could become a billionaire by the time of 18. But a lot of time I didn't even take the risk, which limit myself in a lot of certain way. And I think personally, to start off, timing is honestly really the biggest asset. Time is your biggest asset while you're young, and which is why you should risk the most while at a young age. And don't get me wrong here. When I say risk, doesn't mean you just go out there start gambling, putting $100 on whatever, start doing this, doing that. When I mean like risk, I'm looking at where you could put in a little bit less amount of money or timing or work and leverage yourself looking for a higher return. And when we're looking at time at our youngest age, you have so much time. Like you could even do all the stuff during school time. Even in school, like back in my high school day, I was out there working every day. I was doing sport, participating in club, going out there getting a part-time job. Like I know what I wanted. That's why I worked my ass off every freaking day. I lost concept of time. I did not know what was weekend, honestly. Even during the weekend, I was still out there hustling. I was still out there working while everyone's having fun. And yeah, at the same time, I get that during your young age, if you want to take advantage of your time and risk, you're gonna lose some friend and you're gonna get your circle smaller and eventually you're gonna have less people around you because they all think differently. They're all gonna be like, "Oh, now you start doing this, huh? Now you're that cool, right?" Like if you think about it simply, if you want to be changed and different, you have to be uncomfortable, and it's gonna be different people surrounding you that make you uncomfortable. And trust me here, man. Once you get to those points, you're gonna feel alone. The journey is long, but the goal is to eventually risk and get the reward. And I know everyone want to make money in different way. And with time, we all have limited of time and limited of attention. When you're doing a certain thing, you might not have time to do that thing or that thing, right? So for example, I'm in college right now. I'm taking at least a couple hours a day to go to class, do my work and studying. Meanwhile, I think I have a lot of time to use outside of school. I try to focus a lot of career development, even coaching, simply just talking to you guys, making extra content, generating, adding value to myself. And me personally, I do real estate. So I really think it's important to take advantage of my timing and use of technology and save time. A lot of time people talk about how our Gen Z and everyone's being lazy. Like, it's okay. It's not that we're lazy. It's the fact that we have a lot of resource and option. We have to take advantage of our time and using like such a thing like AI, which a lot of people did not have back in the day. You only have BlackBerry, where it's like a button phone, right? Now you got iPhone technology, social media, everything. You could do everything for free now. You got YouTube. Like honestly, spending your time and learning, adding value to yourself while young is the best way to risk rather than partying and all that. Like I get it. Like it's fun sometimes to do it. You can still go out party. I don't mean like just cut off everyone. Don't even go party. Don't even have fun. What I mean when spending your time and educating, learning yourself is knowing you should have a certain amount of time. For example, 30% of my time I'm partying. If I like to be party a lot, then I should spend another 30% of timing I should be studying and another 30% which I have to do the regular stuff I have to do. and you can't be lacking off. And trust me, the reason why people don't go to party as much during their young age and when they want to be successful and spending their time working is that once you're done with party, you're gonna feel like you're so tired. You're gonna be feeling so burned out that you can't even go focus and do the next thing and work. So simply eliminating less partying, you can still have fun, spend time with more with your family. And trust me, once you get to an older age, spending time with family is gonna feel so much more important. Next, while you're risking young, we have strong adaptability. Adaptability is really important. And in many cases, when you get older or as you grow, your adaptability kind of go lower, honestly. That's what I think. And when you're young, you learn things fast. You do this, do that. You can take the risk and you have less liability to worry about because you think about when you're young, you don't have any mortgage, you don't have family to feed, right? Your parents paying everything for you. You're just out there hustling, working, doing whatever you want with someone behind your back supporting you, and which why you could adapt things fast. Think about if a 60 years old man trying to start up a new business compared to anyone that is around 18 right now, it would be so much harder. If you were simply taking advantage of risking while young, your adaptability is so much greater and better. Your resilience is so much stronger. Your strength is better. Your mental could be even better. And what I mean by adaptability, like as you fail, you grow. You don't just automatically success in the first try. You don't see Elon Musk sending up a rocket in the first try, right? Like it all takes time and success. To be successful, I mean, adaptabilities really take a key role right here. And personally, talking about my story here, if I during my young age, I was really trying this out, trying that out, and I was trying to adapt to different environment and different things. Because as a foreigner, I did not know much about how the U.S. really is, and it's really hard for me to adapt if I came here at like my parent age, where they can't even get used to it at all. Compared to me, I was young. I came here. I was able to blend in with the group. I was able to make friends at least. That's what I was most grateful for, honestly. And man, adaptability, honestly, is so great and important if you could risk while young. Even if you fail, even if you trip, think about during your younger age. If you trip and fall, like you hurt yourself, you heal way faster because your adaptability is way better than when you're older. If you're like 60 years old, you trip and fall, that might be just your last day of your life. And yeah, I'm not gonna lie, if you're not taking advantage, risking while young, and you're still out here playing around thinking you got time, like you don't have a lot of time, man. Time flies, honestly. And even adaptability, this even add on to with the AI trend. Like if you're living in nowadays world 2024, you still not utilizing or maximizing, trying to use or get used to AI or even the newer technology, you're gonna slowly fall behind with trend. And to win in a market or trend, you have to be up to date with technology. And today technology is all about AI, AI, AI. Like if you see Nvidia stock, it go crazy just because of AI trend. Everything is about trend. It come and go. It's that simple. And if you want to make money with the trend, you have to follow through. You have to be up to date. You have to be constantly learning new stuff. You can't be just sticking with your old mindset of thinking. If I was still having a business mindset from like 10 years ago, it might work if I get lucky enough, but a lot of time it might not end up working the best. That's why adaptability is really important. You need to get used to what we have today and move forward with the trend and go with the future. Like you can be an OG forever, right? Like if you look at basketball back in the day, it's all about shooting. It's all about making shot and layup inside within the 3 point line. And look at nowadays how much 3 point shooting. Even you got a center up there dribbling a ball, trying to be a point guard, man. Like you see what I'm trying to say here? Like adaptability is real important. Next, when you're young, go explore. Try out different things and have fun with it. I don't mean just put your head down every day, working, educating, whatever. Like you have a life too. Obviously, I get you. You should be out there having fun too, finding out what you really like, your interest, your hobby. Like I've done a lot of different sport. I go out there social with different people. You gotta have things to talk about. If you don't go explore, for example, traveling is really a great example here. If you go out travel while young, honestly, I really appreciated how my mom took me out there traveling different location and places. I really think family trip and traveling plays a high value in my standard, honestly. I personally really love to travel and I wish I could go around all the world while making money and educate everyone, but it's people can do this nowadays. It's available. It's not like back in the day where the internet doesn't exist. We have those technology and resource nowadays where you could just travel, make money while young. Take the risk. Go out, spend time, view the world. Go enjoy the world. Go express and improve your knowledge. Meanwhile, traveling. When you go out and see things, that's how you add value and add knowledge. For example, if I meet up with someone in common, I'll be like, oh, I've been to there too. I've been to there too. For example, I've never been to Cancun. If I met someone that been to Cancun, they have so much to talk about, right? Think about how good of a vacation you could have had, how many different people you could have made. What are the opportunity going out there? There's so much opportunity and resource lying out there all over the world. So you shouldn't be staying in your dorm, apartment, room, house all day. Like, actually go explore the world and travel and go see what you really like and really just give yourself a break, honestly, sometimes. When traveling, I mean, like, you could have fun, you could go educate, you could go on a business travel. Like, there's so much different type of traveling you could do. And when I mean work hard, play hard, traveling takes a key, really, really high value. Because you think about when you go out there, you learn, you educate, you get a sense of knowledge. And when you're able to talk to people, when you interact with people, you have a lot of things to say and a lot of things to talk about. Just for example, if I ever travel outside of US, I could find someone in common. We talk about the international, the different view, and we see the different cultural difference in different country. And as a foreigner myself, I even like to travel to so many different countries. By just doing that, I gain a sense of knowledge how people are different within different foreign countries. Not everyone the same. The whole world is different. There's so much different trend going on in different city, different country, even different county. And you think about it, adaptability while traveling, you get to see different people, how they adapt to the world. If you travel to like older places, they might not be up to date with such a technology how we have in US, right? It's that simple. And traveling is really taking the risk while young. If you're able to spend a little amount of money and just go travel and go see the world, that gives you so much more value, man. Like don't and even going back to timing, when you have a job, look, even in my young age, I was doing this real wrong. I was going to a 9 to 5 thinking I could make so much more money where I'll be financially free just by going that. Like my immature mindset until I read the book Rich Dad Poor Dad. That was really the book that changed my life. He always talked about assets, and liability. And you have to know the difference. And honestly, your time is your biggest asset while young. And which is why you could take the risk. And don't hesitate to get a job. But when I get a job, I mean don't actually stick your mindset to a job. For example, I've seen a lot of people around me right now, they go to a 9 to 5 job, a fast food restaurant, an easy job that they feel like they are actually making money, but it kills a lot of their time. With those time, you could start up so much business, you could go meet so much more people, you could add so much more value and educate yourself rather than spending all that time just to make $100 or $200 a day. Like it's not worth the time now. You have to move along with the technology and the trend. Nowadays, you have kids 13 years old going online making $1,000 a month. Like how insane does that sound, right? Back in the day, a 13 years old kid, for example, during my time, I was still out there playing basketball. I was out there talking to friends, go home, take a nap, do this, do that, watch some YouTube, have fun. Like now the world is changing. Everyone trying to make money and get rich, young, and faster. And which why your time is your biggest asset. Everyone have 24 hours in a day. No one have more than 24 hours unless you make it feel like you do. I feel like I have less than 24 hours because the amount of work I have and the stuff I have to do. But with AI, I'm able to utilize those resources and actually leverage myself, put myself onto the next level. That's how you win in today's society. It's taking advantage of what is the trend and maximizing using your time, leveraging yourself. Next, I got mentor out here on the list. I really think finding a mentor is real important. In my first ever job, I did not have anyone that helped me. I worked at Panera Bread. I was there washing dishes 8 hours a day. My parent, everyone told me to quit. But in my mind, all I want to do is chasing the money and the money. But at the end of the day, the moment I turned 18, I realized that's not the way anymore. I have so much more option to explore. I could invest in stock. I could go out there, collab with business, starting a business with different people. I could out there leveraging myself. And when I buy that, I should have been more educated before I was 18. I should have been added way more value and build up my personal brand before I was 18. So when I go out there, I set up an easier path for myself. But me, honestly, I really appreciate my mentor when I first met them. My mentor really led me to exploring the knowledge and the sense of business. That's what really guided me into starting up being an entrepreneur and going into the business world. And it's that simple. You think about a lot of time, you really think you're that smart. But trust me, man, you gotta surround yourself with people that's way smarter. There's always people smarter than you on the next level that you can't even imagine. Like stuff that you never thought of, it's probably all from their experience. And when I mean finding a mentor, it's mean really finding someone that could really take care of you and really have trust in you and really see your future. Like, man, I'm looking out here with all the young gen. Like, I'm trying to help out as much people as possible too. I don't think I'm that smart. I have mentor above me. I have leader above me. I have people that actually guide me and be coachable, honestly. Leadership is important, but a lot of time you need someone that is actually smarter than you and surround yourself with billionaire or whatever. If you think about it, there's one story once I heard. It's one kid say, I'm going to be a billionaire one day. And everyone laughed at him except the actual billionaire because he knew from his past experience that kid one day will become a billionaire. Because of his thinking, he's willing to dream. He's there to dream that big and that high. He got the ego. Like he know he could do it. Like everyone laughed at him. He didn't care. He still wanted to chase his goal because he know what he was doing. And it's that simple because you need a mentor that know what you're doing, able to pick out your mistake. And honestly, you got to be coachable too, man. You got to be able to learn, my friend. You can't just be out here listening all day, but you got to be able to transfer them and convert them into your actual skill. And which why a lot of people say read because it's so much value. I did not believe in reading until I started getting in business. I realized I need to educate myself, man. And that don't mean like just schoolwork educated. I mean like beyond that level. And don't get me wrong here. Doing school, it is the correct way to go out and finding a job as security. But if you want more than that, you have to work harder. You have to outwork everyone around you. That's how you become the next level and become better. And finding a mentor could actually be someone that's willing to pick out your mistake. Unlike someone around, for example, if I was doing this, doing that, I was doing great. It looked great to me, but on the other hand, it might not be as effective. And I need someone in my life to tell me that I'm actually doing something wrong. And which why I need a mentor that could guide me and lead me. Because they've seen it from the past with their experience. And it's always good to look up for someone with an experience and look up to them. You learn from them. And slowly, eventually, you might move on from that mentor because you're getting better and you need someone with another higher level. Then you go for another mentor. So don't be afraid to go out there cold emailing, cold calling, or even walking up to a stranger at some point. Like I mentioned before, you simply go move in a place that is fancier or go to a hotel where the coffee costs like $15, $20 a cup. Like you could meet so much more people with resource and value and you could learn from them and don't be afraid to learn. Like sometimes you just have to put your ego lower. You always got to be learning and learning and learning. There's always something new out there. And trust me, you have limited amount of time. So why not risk it while young, man? Like I said, all these mentioned above, risking while you're young and time is your biggest asset. So take advantage of that. Go out there, start putting in the work today. Cut off most of the friend that is unnecessary that you don't need and spend less time doing stuff that makes it become a liability. Start gaining assets. Your value is assets. Your knowledge is assets. Your time is your biggest asset. And your friend is even an asset. Don't get me wrong with relationship, man. Like, trust me, on a different video, we'll talk about relationship, but trust me, once you get into the real world, relationship is gonna be valued really high, and you're gonna know why. And go explore, find out yourself, because I'm just out here talking. And it's that simple. That doesn't prove anything. And at the end of the day, it's still all about you going out there taking a risk and risking while young and leveraging yourself, trying to be a next level. If you got like these, subscribe, follow up, comment, whatever you think, and I'll catch you on the next one.